stream off. I just wanted to put a little something in my hair. Maybe lower the music volume and up the hair volume. I can't. Don't I can't your own joke. Not that chat is ever discerning with it, but if you make a joke, let the chat I can't for you. Okay? They'll always do it, but if you do it first, it's fucked up. Hello, hi. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? How was your Sunday? What the fuck happened on it? Did you accomplish something? Did you accomplish nothing and dread it? Did you maybe get a little bit done so it's a tiny bit of progress? It rained. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. Big Al, I'm a med student and I aced my exam. Hog fucking champ, dude. Did you use ChatGPT? I only trust doctors that use ChatGPT. I don't want my doctor to be thinking and reading on the job. I want my doctor to be fast, ready to go, using the latest technology. Okay? I want a doctor who's just gonna put that shit in and give me a diagnosis. I'm getting into competitive drinking and driving. Okay, well, there's hobbies. People are having hobbies. That's good. I have the biggest job interview of my life this Wednesday, and I only got this far by stealing quotes from you for the first 3 rounds. You hit them with a glizzy, glizzy, glizzy on round 1. Then if you work, you twerk and jerk on round 2. And then what on round 3? What was your what was your slam dunk? What was your slam dunk? 3 lines. Hit him with the 3 lines, bro. Now you're in. Sounds like you're good, bro. Sounds like you got it all figured out. If you want to talk about Vladimir Putin, you can steal lines from today. Big A, Sunday was St. Patrick's Day, so I celebrated by leading the snakes out of my community. Glizzy, glizzy, glizzy. Don't have to add that at the end. Just to make it specific to me. Thank you very much. I don't know enough about St. Patrick's Day to get this. I know that's what he did. He let snakes out of Ireland or whatever. He got rid of the snakes. He's the no snakes guy. That's why he's famous. Why do we all wear green? Was he? He's just a dude that got rid of snakes and now he's a saint. The snakes were Catholics. So metaphorical snakes. He basically like the Kim Kardashian Taylor Swift feud. He hissed at him. He put a bunch of hiss emojis at the Catholics, and now he's a saint. I don't, this doesn't track to me. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know St. Patrick's Day. I think the only thing I learned about it was from Always Sunny, and they didn't portray it accurately, I'm sure. Saint Valentine is Kanye. He made that bitch famous. Again, I don't know. It's like, I'm trying to follow the metaphor, but I don't know enough about the original. So it's like I cannot follow you. I don't know what Saint Valentine is. Is Saint Valentine like Valentine's Day? What did he do? Does that have to do with love at all? Super Auto Pets today, King. Yep, it's going to be 6 to 7 hours straight of Super Auto Pets. Not a single mention of current world events. And then I will end stream for 38 minutes, turn it right back on, and then do another 14 hours of Super Auto Pets. It's going to be a day to remember. He got rid of the rest of the Catholics. So both of these saints, St. Patrick and St. Valentine, didn't do anything related to leprechauns, love, shamrocks. They just got rid of Catholics, and then they were made into saints. I don't know what. This doesn't sound right. I feel like you guys are not giving me the accurate story. You guys aren't painting me a real picture of these noble holidays. Atrioc, have you heard of Cemetery and why he is the best rapper? I binge his song on repeat while on the highway. I don't drink and drive though, so maybe I'm lacking a bit. That's not lacking. And no, I haven't heard of Cemetery and why he is the best rapper. Question mark, question mark, question I don't know. I don't agree with you that he's the best rapper, but I haven't listened to him, so how would I know? He would hide the bodies at the end of rainbows. Is that what he would do? St. Patrick would kill people, Catholics, and hide their bodies at the end of rainbows. I don't think you guys know what you're talking about. And I can't be getting my information from you. Because no matter what you say, I ask you incredulously, and you say, yep. Like it's true. Like it's whatever it is fact. There's not a real back and forth here. Atrioc, who did you steal your bushy, voluptuous stash from, you absolute stash-stealing fiend? Can you guys talk normal? God damn. What are you talking about? I just have a mustache. What are you saying? Bro, I stole it from Henry Cavill, by the way, as I've mentioned. I watched Mission Impossible Fallout, and I changed my life to be more like Henry Cavill. Now I have to actually work out. Maybe move some of that hair to your head. I can't. I have the strangest chat. I swear to God. People are fucking saying, hey, Fuzzbeard, I can't. People are saying something, and then 5878347 is like, do you know the difference between tactical and strategic nuclear weapons? What is, I have to fucking go through these fucking questions. Bro, what are you talking about? Is Vladimir Putin in chat? I don't know. Do you know Fuzzbeard? Never heard of him. Atrioc, now that TikTok is getting banned, when is the TikTok stream? Here's an example of the informative TikToks we could link you. If TikTok's getting banned, then we don't need to do a stream, do we? Or you mean like as like a last hurrah? I'm not gonna click this. It's not gonna be informative. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I'm gonna click on it and it's not gonna be informative. So, Big A, was there ever a time you thought you knew somebody and then they said something hella bigoted? Kind of a deep question. Doesn't really fit with our current environment of chat. I don't think so. I don't think I have ever been surprised. I don't think someone's ever shocked me by secretly being, no, I don't think so. God, do you remember? This is like so small. This is relatively very small. So just understand that this is not like a big deal. But I remember, this is maybe late high school, early college. One of my groomsmen at wedding is this guy named Lorenzo. He's a black guy. And he was part of our group in high school. That was, again, mostly white. He's the black guy. All right. And so sometimes people would say things that I think, they didn't know would be offensive or whatever. And one of them I remember distinctly because we were all hanging out eating pizza, just shooting the shit, talking. And then his friend speaks up. And he's like, Lorenzo, I got a question about black people. You know, and this is like, we're all friends, all right? There's not anything. He's like, are you guys always cold? Because every black person I see is wearing a big puffy jacket. That's what he said. He said they're always walking around in big puffy jackets, and it's like we're in Arizona, bro. It's not that cold. Now, again, I think Lorenzo handled it super well, which is that he just stopped, he put his pizza down, and he looked him in the eye, and he said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then we all laughed. Okay, but I do remember. It's like I don't know. It's a little story that stuck with me. It's a little story that stuck with me that I think was like. Not anyway mean-spirited, but like a little bit like, come on, dude. Why would Stan say this? No, I didn't know Stan's in high school. Atrioc, can you wear a bandana? Okay, I'm with you so far. A bandana, a single gold earring, an eye patch, and a hook for a hand. Oh, Captain Fuzzbeard. Fuzzbeard is a pirate now. That is something that you've added. Originally, it was just me with a tiny piece of fuzz in my beard. But now he's some sort of pirate. Did you miss Marketing Monday? No, you're right in the middle of it. We're having a lot of serious marketing-based questions in chat, and I'm answering them fluidly. You're right in the middle of it, bro. Actually, I should put up the timer. The airtight timer that never is wrong. The airtight timer that we can rely on. Oh, I did have a pirate thing. Wait, I was going to do a Barbosa, wasn't I? Am I ready for that? Hold on to it. Hold on to it for now. I feel like I had to... did you go all in on the Putin gets elected vote? Anyone who didn't, I mean, if you had the ability to take that bet, you should take it, even if the odds are small. That was as good, as close to a lock as you can get in politics betting. Yeah, easy plus, exactly, dude. But that's money. That's money. Put up a big enough. I mean, yeah, you should put up like 100 grand, dude. Make a little cash, a little spending money. Do you think King Charles is still alive? I actually haven't been following. I heard people said that he may be dead. I've heard that who's like the woman they're like claiming is disappeared, and yeah, they said Kate Middleton is disappeared or not alive, or like they're faking her. I have not followed this super closely. I know they're going big on conspiracies. I know it is a big conspiracy situation. Kate was recently seen shopping, but was there photo evidence? Ahoy, Captain Fuzzbeard. What be floating your boat this moon? Are you excited for your Marketing Monday presentation? I know it. I will treasure it. Shiver me timbers. Thanks, man. Thanks for speaking in a way that I can understand. That was really cool of you. Thanks for, like, you know, tailoring your language for me. Anybody else have anything good happen to them on Sunday or today on Monday? What's going on? How's your week starting off? Yo, big guy, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well. Yo, bro, not gonna lie, low-key, the mustache slaps hard. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. You changed my life with these compliments. Really making progress in my project at work. Pog. That's cool. That's sick. I climbed a tree to rescue my cat. Could have used Treelander. As complimentary as that is, and as much as I, Treelander, appreciate your calling for my aid, realistically, Treelander would slam face first into the tree, killing your cat. And maybe himself in the process. I have never known Treelander to be very good at a graceful tree-based rescue. Spent $255 at an arcade. You better have been drinking. This better have been a Dave & Buster's and you were just fucking slamming back rum and cokes with the boys. What? How could you possibly have spent $255 on the games themselves? Stone cold sober. I was fully sober. What were you playing? It's a really high amount to spend at an arcade. I want you to know that on only games. I do remember I played very recently, because within 1 year ago, I was in Arizona, and one of my friends had a thing with the Dave & Buster's, and we played. There was a 4-man Minecraft Legends type game. It was like Castle Crashers, but Minecraft and 3D and big and every time you won in the game, it would print you out a little card that had like a bonus item on it, so that next time you put quarters in, you could slam the card and get items. I mean, it was, anyway, the thing fucking milked me for $50. It absolutely stole my money. You were constantly dying, and it was constantly like, don't want to waste your cards, reintroduce. And so I kept doing it, and I actually got hooked. It was really fun. And I realized that, like, I realized very quickly, within 30 minutes, I had lost $50. And I was like, wow, this is insane. Is this like that one stream for Reddit recap when Atrioc got a guest for a host and tried to convince us it was actually him? Because I don't understand why Henry Cavill is here. That's very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, just a mustache. That's a little too much, you know? Coming on a little strong there. I do appreciate that. I will send you a check in the mail. Do the arm thing? See, this is how I know I can't do it. The reloading arm thing, I gotta practice it. I'll practice it. It's all in the forearms. I don't have Henry Cavill's forearms, all right? None of you do either, okay? Let's not all pretend we're walking around with Cavill forearms. He's top 1% of forearms and of attractive people. I don't have forearms, but I have 4 arms. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're that guy from Mortal Kombat? Oh, I guess that's the boomer version. Zoomers would say Ben 10, huh? Atrioc. How did you get this hairy in 1 week? I didn't. I mean, my beard always grows fast. The thing is, I always grow my beard, just all of it. And then this time I just shaved it except for the mustache. And now everyone's like, whoa, your hair grew fast. And it's like, no, it didn't. If anything, this is shorter than normal. Bro went to Istanbul. Yeah, I went to Turkey, but only for the stash. I went to Turkey and I said, no, don't worry about the 4-head. I'll keep the 5-head. That's fine. All I want is for you to pull these stash ones out. No, I did not make a round trip to Turkey for that. The mustache probably helps you with the ladies. I'm married. Very well known. No secret. Openly married. Thank you so much. She does like it, though. I will be honest with you. Ari likes it. She's mentioned it. She does like it, which is kind of fucked because one of the reasons I've never, ever, ever, ever tried a mustache is because she's always said she doesn't like mustaches. And then I just fucking do it one day and she's like, "Well, looks good." It's like, what? Excuse me? You've completely anyway. Women, you know? Growing facial hair must be balding. Well, no more than usual. Atrioc, can you check out this game real quick? It's called The Forgotten City. It might be the best story you've ever played. All right, I'm going to point something out to you, and I don't want you to be offended. I am quite sure that if I were to check your chat history, you've asked me this 700 times, 30 times every stream for the past 5 streams. I do feel like I've seen this message a lot, and you're acting like it is just like a random message that has popped in, but I'm very sure you've been spamming it, and I'm going to check it right now. So let's just pull this up and look at your chat history. 999 messages, and let me start scrolling back. Okay, yes. Here's what I'll say. I'm actually going to pull back on what I said to you. You have asked this a lot, but you don't spam it. I've got the impression you've spammed it because you've said it like once or twice every day for a long time, but you don't actually spam it. And so I will take it back. Only thing I know about this game is that Bobby Scar played it recently and really liked it. And I trust his gaming opinions. Hazard! Thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you very much. Appreciate the support. So I can check it out. I don't know. The thing about it is I don't want to add. My next game is Soma that I'm going to play this week. One day this week, I'm going to go live and just play Soma start to finish. I don't know which day, but I'm going to do it. So it'll be fun. Have you ever seen the wild card in Balatro? After I got gold stake in Balatro on 2 decks, I quit. I have not seen anything beyond that. And I don't... I think the game's good. I mean, they got 1 million. They sold 1 million. They did great. Those guys did great. And I'm happy an indie dev crushed it. And I think the game's fun. And I want more games like it. That's it. That's all I got to say. Balatro. Pog. If you like it, fucking amazing. I had a really good time. I got my money's worth. Easy. But, you know, the only thing I criticize is that, like, it's not really as deep as Slay the Spire. And once you get to gold stake, it really does become about resetting a lot. Whereas I think in Slay the Spire, you can almost like make any run work. In Balatro, it's like it becomes a reset simulator at the. But I think more jokers could help, and I think tweaking the flush probability. But whatever, it's all small. It's fucking fun. Or if I don't ever play it again, I got my money's worth. You ever thought about, it's very rare to have an impossible seed on A20. I do A20. That's what I did in Slay the Spire. That's what I'm saying. But even on A20, usually if I fail on it, it's my fault. Whereas I feel, and I think this is echoed by a lot of other people, that on Balatro, you just end up with some insurmountable early runs that require you to reset. Boop, 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 boop. Are you fasting for Ramadan? I would love to say something powerful here. Inshallah. I got nothing. I don't know. I'm not fasting for Ramadan. I ate fucking 3 pounds of cheese today. But I feel like I have a real rapport here. At once? No, over the course. I've been eating nothing but Triscuits and cheese today, I feel like. Just snacking while I worked. I feel like no religion is asking you to eat 3 pounds of cheese. I'm sorry. Your assumption is that if I'm not fasting for Ramadan, I must be eating cheese for a different religion. There's no chance that I'm just eating cheese of my own accord. It must be some... and that's not... I actually will disagree with your core axiom there. Bro hasn't heard of the French church. What's the highest rating you get in League? Be honest, and you can't kill yourself. Jesus Christ, what does that mean? What would that be relevant? You mean right now? Or the highest I've ever gotten is Challenger. I mean, I got fucking ranked 21. Right now, I don't know. I mean, I like to think that anyone could get anywhere if they put their mind to it. But off of my current level of skill, gold maybe. I think people are way better. Yeah, I think I can get gold. Dude, it's also just a different game. The thing about League of Legends, it's not like StarCraft, Brood War, or Melee, or one of the really great competitive games. In that, those games don't change, or basketball, or baseball, or those games essentially are unchanged. Minor rule tweaks, but they don't change. And so if you have a skill at it, the skill stays there. But in League of Legends, like, it's a different game, and there's nothing. Like, the thing you might be skilled at is like, oh, I might know exactly when I can go all in as Fizz on this champion. But then I'd play now. Not only is there a new champion, but the old champions have been tweaked. They have different abilities or skills or health values or items, or you don't know your threat ranges anymore. You don't know it's just a different game. So it's like the thing that gave you the skill before no longer exists. You can have some mechanics, I guess, but it's not really a mechanically hard game. It's more like, it's a lot of knowledge, really, at League of Legends at the highest level. I stopped playing because I was over having to do homework to keep up with the meta. And yeah, exactly. It really is like a full-time. That's why the pros have to spend so much time on it. You know, I read an interview. I don't know if it was with Faker or someone high level, but they were talking about how, you know, it's kind of frustrating. Like they would do like 100 1v1s of the, you know, Akali Silas matchup just to get it down, just to really understand it. And then the patch would come, and all of that practice is basically useless. Something would change, and they'd have to learn it all. They'd do it all again. And that's very annoying. It's like you have to be a full-time pro to do that. What's harder, playing League or streaming? Streaming is the hardest job in the world. Everyone knows this. Stupid question. Literally, what's harder, digging in a coal mine 18 hours a day for 0 pay, or streaming? It's streaming. What's harder? An oil rig is exploding into last man alive on the station. You have to fucking rebuild it from scratch with no food, water, electricity to try and survive. Streaming is harder than that. Single mother or streaming? It's streaming. Okay, I don't know. Every possible question. Fireblade, thank you for the fucking 10 gifted. Salute. Connections? Oh, wait a minute. Let's do a connections real quick. Hey, Atrioc. Sorry, you said first time here after something? First time here after binging a lot of your YouTube content on marketing. I appreciate the knowledge shared. Fireblade, thanks for the gifted, and thank you for the nice message. I really appreciate that. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to watch the glitzy stuff too, though. Okay. Don't forget to watch the Reddit recap videos from a year and a half ago, where people call me a coffee cow for 15 minutes and we upload it. Okay? Just make sure you get the full picture. The chatters here won't take kindly if you come in and just speak intelligently and ask normal questions. Okay? They want you to come in here and say, hey, Fuzzbeard, where's your 100 shirts? The only way you can do that is if you keep up, so. Okay, that's only, there's a fucking, there is layers to it. Loved your recent work taking the Germans back to 1945 with that nuclear option. That is not what I would describe that stream as. That was not my goal, not my intention. That is not how I would describe the stream. I think it was a nuanced look at the history of a what I think is a foolish choice. Imagine, hey, Big A, have you heard of, or you've heard of part of the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster? Bro, you are a mobile viewer on a fucking Nokia flip phone from 2003. I feel like I had a friend in freshman year of high school who was talking about Flying Spaghetti Monster. And he loved Reddit, bro. This is so old. This is so old. Anyway, no, I'm not a member. But it is kooky. I just don't, you know, I don't know. The whole our atheism movement just feels not necessary anymore. Like, I don't know. Like the days of feeling like, I don't know, like Christians were pushing me around and banning my Harry Potter books and Pokemon cards. I just don't feel like nobody has time to care about anything anymore, let alone, you know, it was a bigger deal, but, Atrioc, do you think there's anything good about Joe Biden? If I give, dude, okay, now my dad must have a point. If I give up the impression I think there is absolutely no redeeming quality to Joe Biden, I don't think I've given up that impression. I'm a little harsh on him. You know, I think he's too old, and he's not very inspiring, and I think he's slow on some things, and also, like all politicians, I think he talks a big talk about the deficit, but then it keeps getting fucking bigger. All right, so I get a little upset because I think it's important, but I'm not. I don't know. It's crazy. You have the vibe that I am like. I have nothing. I've talked. I think Lena Khan and the FTC. I'm very, very. You know, it's small steps, but we haven't done this in decades. It's the first administration that's actually like doing some antitrust monopoly stuff. It's a known fact you were a staunch supporter of Trump and were at January 6th. No. Unrelated. No, I have a common misconception. I am not a such supporter of Trump, but I did love January 6th. Hated everything else about Trump. I just loved storming the Capitol. Okay, that's different. I just like the thrill. You know what I'm saying? I like Squeaks. Squeaks was there riling me up. Money is fake. Let's run it up. Printers go burr too. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. Okay. You tell that to Jerome Powell. Let's do it. You should play multiplayer Slay the Spire with stands. Good content. I could be interested. What do you guys think about that voice? Been really working on it. It's like a new little character I'm going to do. I could be interested. Could be like a fun. What do you got? I mean, it's like a little, you know, it adds like a fun vibe to the stream. Do you guys love it? Every single one of you? Say I can if you love it. Say I can if you think it's fucking hilarious. You love it and wish there was more of it. You wish it was like fucking the #1 thing done on the stream. All right. All right. So half of you love it. Half of you just think it's hilarious. And I understand that. That's awesome. That's a big win for me. I worked a lot on it. Big A, you should play Enter the Gungeon. It's a bullet hell game I love. Guys, here is something I would like to propose to you as just a possible theory. You have a game you like. The next step would be to find out if you think it's a game I would like, and then you make that Venn diagram. I think, I'm going to say this, I think a lot of you skip that second step. I think you have a game you like in your circle, and then you just shout it at me, and you assume no matter what, we are the same, I would like it, and it would be a good stream game. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's accurate, and I don't think that's true. Big A, you should play FIFA 13. It's a sports game I love. Is there anyone out there that unironically plays older FIFA or older Madden or older 2K games? Like they for some reason just love the older one and more important, or what? Older 2K better, Madden 05 Mango, Madden 2005 is the well, realistically, is it? I mean, I'm a guy that plays Melee because I think it's better than the newer Smash, but like, I feel like EA wasn't cooking with 1 year's difference. Isn't it just like basically the same game every time? Atrioc, bye. Wait, you would say that, you cretin. I'm a cretin now? Why? Is it Melee the same as Brawl? Oh no, I slipped and hit the ban button. It's like Boeing. If it was made after 2015, stay away. That's actually a good... I trust that. Okay. Yeah, that tracks. Easy money. Are you ever going to fix your sleep schedule? Have to play more Risk of Rain 2 and Stands? Bro, my sleep schedule's not broken just because I don't get up at the ass crack of dawn to play Risk of Rain 2 with Stands. Stands streams earlier every single day. It's crazy. I used to be a big Stands fucking lurker, and now I just wake up and he's already like 3 hours into his stream. No, it's wild. It's actually wild, bro. No, my sleep schedule's not broken. I end stream at fucking 11. Ari and I will watch a show or something, and then I go to bed around midnight. That's fair. Wake up around 8:30. That's good. That's a good sleep schedule. I got no problem with that. And I fucking wake up and Stan's been going, bro. Stans is a 9 p.m. bedtime Andy for sure. He gets it done. He goes to bed early. I went over to Stans' place. He had on full overalls, no shirt, and was picking weeds out of a garden. He looked like he was holding a big carrot. Did I take a picture? I think I did. I really wanted to tweet out like this shit. I had this funny tweet in mind. God, wait. I fucking hope I got a photo. I'm not sure I did. I'm not sure I sent it to myself. It was going to be a picture of Stan's overalls carrot. And it was like, this is John Staniel. He's one of America's hardest hit farmers in this economic recession. Joe Biden's wage increases have. I think that was going to be so funny. I think it was a good hypothetical. I was thinking about it on the ride home, and then I just never tweeted it. Yeah, he had the minion fit, actually. Brother, that would be like if I woke up at 10:30 a.m. How do you, as someone who cares about the market, sleep for almost half the trading day? Dude, shut the fuck up. For real. Shut the fuck. Oh, are we gone? Come on, we're back. We're back. Okay. Did I cut off in the middle of that? I don't know if I cut off in the middle of that, but this dude said, brother, that would be like if I woke up at 10:30 a.m. How do you, as someone who cares about the market, sleep for half the trading day? And I told him to shut the fuck up, for real, bro. Okay? I'm not waking up and fucking trading hog futures. Okay? I'm not it is not. I invest. I have things I invest over periods of years. I'm not fucking I'm not day trading. I'm not. I'm not camping out on my fucking Robinhood to see if, Nvidia goes up 4 pennies so I can move it. Though I will sire. Having a stroke. This is the last thoughts of a dying man. I will say, give me a little more time on this timer, bro. Give me a little more time. I've been waiting. I've been kind of holding to see if Nvidia passes Apple. I'm now convinced that I need to just fucking dump the rest of it. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I don't care if I miss out on some gains. It's up too much for me to not get out. But my whole thing was I was going to wait till it passed Apple. Because that would be so funny to me that I would, but it's not really there yet, is it? I hope I'm never as useless as the timer. The timer's not useless. It keeps me guided. Keeps me on track, on pace. Oh, connections. Should I play a quick round of connections? Yeah, I should. Fucking love connections now. I've played it once. If you guys don't know connections, there's a group of words, and I have to create groups of 4. Let's see. There's 16 words here, and they divide into 4 groups of 4. I have to figure them out. Obviously, I am noticing Pegasus. I'm noticing Cyclops. I'm noticing Orion. I'm noticing Gemini. No. Orion, Gemini, Galaxy. No. Hold. I don't know what Cygnus is. Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me while I keep it very clear. Solitaire is a game of cards. Unicycle. Solitaire for 1. Unicycle, 1 wheel. Uh-huh. Oh, now you're here. Orion. No. Monologue. Cyclops, 1 eye. 1 speech. 1 wheel. 1 card. Go. Submit. Crushed it. Okay. Now we are cooking. Cycle. Cyclone. Cygnus. No, that doesn't have something. All right. Snail. Snails are slow. Pegasus are fast. Having to do with speed, perhaps. No. Sunflower. A sunflower is beautiful. So is a galaxy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I've really got it this time. I feel like the galaxy is on Orion's belt. Who's seen Men in Black? All right? Iconic line. That's what they say. And it turns out Orion was a cat. Little thing you didn't know. Twist of the movie. Spoiler. And the belt was his little collar. And so, is this helping me? Is it like 5 things related to Men in Black? Orion, Galaxy, Pegasus. Let's do things related to ancient Greece. Pegasus. Okay, that's it. Maybe Orion. I don't know. Damn, I'm feeling a little bit cooked here. I don't see a connection. What if cycle, phase. Okay, wait, that makes sense. Cycle and phase and round. These are all like different ways of saying stage. Cycle, phase, round, stage. Oh, punch up! Segment of a process. Yes. It's my second favorite System of a Down cover band. Segment of a process. Okay, now we are down to the final 2. And this will be my Waterloo. Cygnus, Cyclone, Snail, Gemini. Just go for it, huh? No, stupid. Gemini, oh, stars. Galaxy, Pegasus, Cygnus, Snail, Cyclone, Sunflower, Pegasus. This is stupid. This is stupid. What is Cygnus is the real question. Sorry, this is unrelated, chat, but I do remember, I have a distinct memory in my brain. There's this, again, I'm not, this is not a broad-based, this is not hating in any way, okay? But this girl that sat in front of me in history class in, I'm going to say 6th grade, never paid attention. I'm not even going to say she was dumb. I'll just say she never, ever paid attention. And I distinctly recall the teacher, Mr. Mangan, did a whole lecture, the whole day on... I feel like I'm misremembering the name. I think it was Frederick the Great. I'm sorry. It was a famous historical figure. I think it was Frederick the Great. Okay, he was talking about his battles and everything he was doing and all of this. Okay, it was the whole day, and then at the end, this girl raised her hand. This blonde girl. She sat right in front of me. She was nice. She raised her hand and she asked directly, "Who was Frederick the Great?" And it was like, there's no way, there's absolutely no way you could ask that question if you had paid attention to even one word that he had said the whole day. You know, it was like multiple slides. It was like quotes. We like read passages. And then she must have just heard the last thing and she jumped in with it. Yeah, I'm yapping. Okay. Well, there's not a timer on this one, so I'm allowed to yap. And she, anyway, was a genius because she would have said to do snail pattern, circular. Dude, I don't fucking know. Orion, Galaxy, Gemini, Cygnus. Go. Motherfuck. Okay, you got me on that one. But I have 3 mistakes remaining. What was my mistake? Galaxy. The galaxy is on Orion's belt. Cygnus, Pegasus. Dude, there's just... What goes with sunflower? A sunflower is like a type of flower. A snail is something you would see next to a sunflower. Maybe it's like a garden. A cyclone could tear up your garden. I don't know what a Cygnus is, and it's throwing me the F off. Okay. I think it would be fucking crazy to not say that. What if it swirls? Swirl pattern, swirl pattern, swirl pattern, swirl pattern. I clutched it. Yes! Let's go, dude. It swirls. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Constellations. See, Cygnus threw me off on that, but we got there. We got there. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Okay, that's fun. We'll do that. We'll do that consistently. Wait, can I do a slight time increase, and then we'll do time guesser, and then I will 100% jump in and talk about Vladimir Putin. I swear to God. I swear to God, I'll talk about Vladimir Putin all day. Time guesser. I don't want to do the Wordle. The Wordle's dumb. Can I say it? Is it crazy to say the Wordle is over? Am I the last one who's going to be the one to tell you the era of Wordle is over? Nobody's doing daily Wordle, bro. It's the Wordle is. There's not too much to it. You do the same kind of thing every day. You type penis first, and the Wordle's over. All right. Now the Wordle's spirit, of course, lives on. It's like saying you're gonna go watch Shaq play basketball. No, I'm not. I'll watch him talk about it. You know, his spirit lives on in the game, but he doesn't play anymore. It's over. He's not competing. Wordle is out of date. They've taken the lessons of Wordle and made a bunch of great games, a bunch of great daily games. But Wordle is simple. It's actually like, are you going to go play, Pong? Are you going to play Pong today? It's like, hey, do you want to play Helldivers or Pong? I'm probably going to play Helldivers with my friends. Like, I'm not going to play Pong because Pong they built on it. Okay? The Shaq thing was off, but I think we got there. Now, Time Guesser is a game that I fucking love. And I'm trying to beat 40,000 points. I don't think I will be able to get it, but actually, I know I'll get it eventually. But right now, let's not say anything crazy. My record yesterday or last time was 36, so we had to beat 36 at least, which we may not do today because that was kind of a hot one. So this looks like, am I crazy? It's like when JFK got shot. This looks like fucking Dallas in the 60s, bro. JFK, open air. This is giving me dangerous vibes. Obviously, they're not going to have a photo this quality. Otherwise, they would use that to track him down. But I definitely get that vibe. It's Texas. It's Texas. It's 70s. 70s Texas. Clearly some kind of motorcade. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with 70s Texas. Let's go with Dallas. The problem with fucking Texas is like, you can know it's in Texas, but if you pick Dallas instead of San Antonio, you're gonna lose 1,000,000 points. Because Texas is so fucking big. It's like a country unto itself. Whatever. I'm going Dallas in 1975. Boom, 63, and I was. Oh my God! Wait a minute. It was. Wait, this is JFK's motorcade. Oh, it's right for his assassination, man. I was right. I thought, oh my God. Wait, I thought for sure they didn't have photos this good. Wait, if they have photos this good, how did they not know? Dude, I literally instantly got a JFK vibe and I thought, no fucking way. Well, I got 68K points, but damn, I would have gone back to the 60s. Oh, I thought for sure. Wow, that's fucked up. That they have photos this good. Wait, guys, we could solve this right now. Open image in new tab. We could, come on, which one of these fucks did it? Just look around. Like, somebody here is guilty. What about this guy in the red? Communist, perhaps? He's standing out. Interesting. Did I just fucking top right? Top. I didn't shoot JFK. I shouldn't have to say this. I shouldn't even have to say this. I didn't shoot JFK, bro. Top right, my ass. Okay, continue. Wait. Next round. All right, still plenty of points. Marienplatz. Oh, these are some Germans on their way to write Reddit posts about me. Germany. But where? Where in Germany? Where indeed? Germany. MVQ mobile. Well, I don't know if I could find Marienplatz, dude. I'm kind of hoping I could just know what city. All right, we'll save time. This looks like, let's give me, we got a phones. We got phones. Phones confirmed. This is post 2010. This is probably recent. Phones, but no masks. So let me say it's 2019 in Germany. We'll just take the fucking risk and go Berlin. Although, I mean, this could be anywhere. And I actually don't know where Marienplatz is. I'm just going to, go biggest city, take the risk. This is 2019, Germany. 2024, Munich. Not bad, though. Not bad at all. 7.8K. 2024 in Munich. And, yeah, you could go pre or post with masks, There's a mask in the background. I didn't see it. Not bad. Okay. 2024 in Munich. That's not bad. Now, what do we got? We got, clearly, this is older. I've deduced it. Holy shit, he's a genius. The chatter thought to himself quietly. How the fuck did he know this is already in the past? He glanced at it for only a second, and he's already deduced that it's from a different era than our own. Clearly, he's built differently. I reach down to my credit card and I swipe it, and I begin to type in those 3 little PIN numbers so I can make sure to gift at least 5 gifted. I smile to myself. That's my streamer. Sorry, you guys. I was just doing a little narration. I don't know where this is. This doesn't speak to me. The cars say 40s. Or even 20s, actually. I'm sorry. These are more like 20s. I'm getting 20s era cars. No, man, I can't actually tell. I do get a 20s vibe. I get a 20s vibe, but I don't get a vibe on any of this. There's a star. Maybe it's like a synagogue. Oh, wait. Teatro Municipal. Association of... Okay, there's Libre. Okay, is this like Spain? Spain in the 20s? Madrid in 19... Let's say 31. Fuck! 48 in Venezuela. Piss! I got 1,000 points for that. It said Venezuela? Well, good for you then. Good for you reading it. It's because then you gifted the 5. It's because then you gifted the 5. And that's because that was throwing me off. All right, still in the past. Don't worry. We'll clutch this up. With back-to-back 8,000s. 8,000s is all I need, all right? So this one is going to be more difficile. I'm seeing Eastern Europe, perhaps Russia. I'm seeing shitty vehicles. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing... This is, I believe, the election of Vladimir Putin 2024. People head to the polls. I don't know. I don't know where I would put this. I mean, I guess I could say Moscow. But I don't have a... This could be... Yeah, I'm not really pulling out the details on country. I don't know license plates. Let's just fucking run with it. You know, you got to take the good with the slad. I'm going to say Moscow. What does this say? Does that say Macca's? Oh, it's an Australian McDonald's. Well, wait a minute. What's that doing here? Why did they build an Australian McDonald's in Eastern Europe? I'm going to say Moscow in the 40s. And no, wait. The cars. The cars. Not the 40s, bro. That's the World War II. Moscow in the 60s. Boom. Oh, St. Petersburg in the 70s. Not too bad. St. Petersburg in the 70s. Damn, this is the 70s? Didn't we have color photo by 71? What the fuck's going on in Russia? This is 1977? Yikes. Yikes, bro. Commie shit. This is just artsy. They shouldn't include artsy black and white, because you could put a black and white photo from 2012 in here and then people get really confused. Okay, last one. Last one will need to be a real clutch to even get back to 30. I need like I need to get this one spot on. Am I crazy, or is this like Tel Aviv? Is this Tel Aviv? Am I fucking crazy? Or is this... Where is this? Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. What if I get this dead on? Imagine. Imagine. Did it. I don't see an airport. I'm trying to like clutch here. Just fuck it. We put it right here. And we say, I don't know when, dude. The appearance, the dress, it all tells me the black and white. Maybe 70s. Maybe 70s. Maybe 76. 74. Could be late 60s. 72. Make guess. 64. Fuck, I was close. Fuck, that was close. Oh, I was right next to the airport too. Damn it. All right, not bad. Tel Aviv. I just needed the 64. It always throws me off, dude. I think things are... I think that last one, the Russian one, threw me off. I added too many years. Whenever I see black and white, and it's not like... I just assume 60s. Unless there's like anything pull me earlier. Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv what? I can't. Holy shit. VIP him. What was your final score? It was... Calculating. It was... Oh my God. It was perfect? What? I guess I'm kind of good at it. Wow, I guess I'm... Wait a minute. Zowie. Nice job. Hey, good job, believers. Well, you guys, I didn't even notice. I thought I was kind of struggling in the middle there, but let's go. We're there. We are there, dude. Nice. God-given talent, baby. God-given. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've stalled long enough, and we had a good time doing it. I had a blast. But we have to talk about real shit. Real shit in the real world. And I can think of no better way to do that than by having you collectively look at the screen and type me when you see something that looks like you. Because without further ado, it is time for our weekly Marketing Monday wins and fails. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday Wins and Fails Democracy in Action Edition. We are in the middle of the greatest year of elections in human history. More people will vote this year than in any year in human history, over half of the world's population. And today, we just had one of our most contested ones yet. I take you, of course, to the world of Russia. Hold on, let me fix this. One of the most hotly contested elections of all time. Now, if you watched Russian television, as I'm sure you've all been doing to keep up to date with the news, you may have seen this ad playing recently on Russian TV.
Я дома.
Хорошо, я ужин готовлю. Заехал в магазин за продуктами?
Да, конечно.
Машину помыл?
Помыл?
А маму мою с днем рождения не забыл поздравить?
Конечно, не забыл. Даже цветы завез.
Умничка моя. А проголосовать заехал?
Нет, не успел. Солнышко, да какая разница, без нас не выберут, что ли?
Ты хочешь нашего ребенка без материнского капитала оставить?
А нас? Без семейной ипотеки? А деньги на свой бизнес ты где собрался брать? Без льготного кредита обойдешься, а?
Я успею.
You can still make it. It's important.
Успел.
Vote for your future. It's very important to vote in these Russian elections, and these TV ads made it very clear. Get out and vote. We want the highest turnout in Russian election history. And they got it. You know, with an all-star cast of candidates, everyone needed to get out and vote to find the best of the best for Russia's future. Okay? We had an election to an unforgettable election. Pro-war songwriters sang in front of the polling booths. We had the ability, after you cast your vote, to get a photo with a Tucker Carlson cardboard cutout. With your whole family. We had cartoon characters voting. We had Barbie voting. We had Spider-Man voting. And of course, We had newlyweds who left the altar to make sure they voted right after getting married. It was that important of election. And we had some light arson. Light arson. Couple bombs in a couple polling stations, and some people that were breaking in and dumping ink over all of the ballots, and then tiny bit. But overall, after all of that amazing contested election, a surprise result. Out of nowhere, the dark horse of the race, an unknown in Russian politics, Vladimir Putin won with a mere 87.3% of the vote. Amazing! An underdog, to be sure. He clutched it. The first time, 5-time, dude. Wow. How does he do it? 87.3% of the vote with one of the highest turnouts in Russian democratic history. Clearly, he has a mandate of the people behind him. And for some reason, some journalistic institutions don't believe that this was a fully fair election. I'm sorry, let me get this on screen. They call it preordained and say it was the result of crackdowns on his opponents and anyone who dared challenge him. Odd, I guess. Specifically, they bring up this guy, Alexander Navalny, who was the leading opposition candidate to Vladimir Putin, who died in prison before the election. R.I.P. Seems like he was actually a pretty brave guy. He died in prison before the election. It is suspected that he was killed in prison, though Russia denies this, Putin denies this, and in fact went on TV after his death and after winning the election and said that his death was sad, but such is life. In fact, he specifically said that people die in prisons. It happens. That's what he said. People die in prisons. It happens. Which I guess is true. He also said pretty crazily that this is an insane part of his speech. He said, I was just about to trade him out. That's what in this speech, he goes, I was this close to letting him out. I was going to trade him for someone else and he's going to be out and free to go. Which is like, damn, what an unfortunate timing right before the election. His wife organized, I don't know if I have the photo here. His wife, the wife of the Navalny who died, organized some protests against Putin at the polls. They were detained. A lot of people, hundreds of people involved in the protests were detained. And outside of that, it wasn't really a lot of controversy. Again, all the people that protested at polls against Putin, many of them were detained. And state media said those provocations at polling stations were nothing more than mosquito bites, which is, I don't know, weird thing to say. But so it all went out of hitch, basically. Putin is cemented into power for another 6 years after ruling consecutively since 1999. One of the longest running leaders of a powerful nation in the world. Actually, I think he is. Of a major power, there is no leader that has been in power as long as Putin, which is pretty insane. And so before I jump into his incredibly long rule, his record-setting rule, I do want to take a moment to show this very funny Russian prank YouTuber who put up a poster in the building of Putin in the elevator and recorded their authentic, actual responses to seeing it.
Так, друзья, обрадуем жителей данного подъезда. Повесим Владимира Владимировича прямо в лифт. Так, ровненько, ровненько, ровненько. Опа. Отлично, кажется. Так, теперь устанавливаем камеру, чтобы никто, не дай бог, не украл.
Твою мать! Охренели, цветы, овации. Ой, ёб твою мать. Какой дурак повесил. Я знаю, а вот здесь вот камера. Ну не надо, за нами следят. Вообще уже. Батюшки мои. Что это такое привил-то?
Good question. The worst kind, a YouTuber.
What the fuck? В смысле, серьезно? %, approval rating. 87%. Not a single dissident, really. That's not my Russian cousin, just because he's got a prominent forehead. Fuck, this is bullshit. Anyway, so, you know, maybe behind the scenes not 100% as popular as it seems in the polls, but Putin Forever is the title of this. And it basically serves to say that now that he has gone from 2024 to 2030, he will now pass Joseph Stalin's time in office and become the longest serving Russian leader in the 20th century, assuming he makes it all the way to 2030 at the end of his next 6-year term, which will be, you know, unmatched in like the entire developed world since the start of the 20th century. And I want to go back through how long, I think if you're watching now, you may not fully understand how long Vladimir Putin has been the single ruler of Russia. It goes back to 1999 when he first took office. The #1 movie the year Vladimir Putin took office was Star Wars Episode 1. Here is him butting heads, literally, with Bill Clinton. Look how young he looks. Back when he first took office to rule Russia. Then here's him again with George W. Bush smiling and laughing when the #1 movie was Shrek 2. That was his second term. Then his third term, here's him with Obama. And the #1 movie was The Dark Knight. Here's him with Trump when the #1 movie was Zootopia. He's even got the same kind of look as this fox. Actually, very interesting. Bush said he looked into his soul and saw a good man. I do remember that. It is worth to stay on the slide and say that George Bush said, I looked into his eyes, I looked into his soul, and I saw a good man. That is, and you could tell, maybe in this photo, that's his peak happy Putin. I've never seen him smile so much. I don't know. Bush must be a funny dude. Zootopia era. Here's him looking as sad as possible next to Biden. Just miserable when Black Widow was the #1 movie, which of course that makes sense. Not really a fun time. This is 2021. COVID. And now that brings us to today, where the #1 movie is Dune 2, and he has renewed his hold on power for 6 more years, and also created incredibly weird headlines like this one. Putin extends his rule over Russia, and Dune Part 2 out-earns entire run of first film. A real headline from NBC News. It's like, just split those stories. Just split them. They deserve their own. But looking to the future, I would like to say that because of the way the Russian constitution has been set up, because of Vladimir Putin, he has the ability to run for another term to 2036. Because in 2030, when his 6-year term is up, he will only be 77 years old, which is as old as Trump is right now and younger than Biden is right now. So there's a very good chance he could make it to 2030 and run for another 6-year run into 2036, which of course will be when Hollow Knight Silksong comes out as a movie/game experience that we can all enjoy.
So looking forward to that. Now, what does this mean? 6 more years guaranteed, essentially, of Vladimir Putin. There's a lot. There's a lot this means. For Russians, it's an uneasy time because every previous time that Vladimir Putin has gotten, quote unquote, elected, they have used that renewed confidence in his authority to announce the unpopular stuff. They do it right after the election. This is actually true of a lot of democracies in general. Is right after the election, that's when you announce a bunch of unpopular stuff and get it out of the way because nobody can do anything about it. The voting's over. So apparently there is worries there could be unpopular announcements related to the war in Ukraine, related to, again, increasing the retirement age, economic announcements, things like that could be happening right around the corner. There's some worry about that. But the main thing that everyone's worried about, and the main thing that this 6 more years of Putin indicates, is that the war in Ukraine is not going anywhere. There is no chance of any pullback on it from the Russian side. Now, this ad also aired in Russia very recently. And I'll translate for you basically. It basically says, again, I'm paraphrasing, be a real man, sign up for the military. And it shows people in real life doing things that are lame, and instead they need to go and sign up for the military to be a real man. Again, we are entering like how many straight months of the Ukraine conflict? Tens of thousands of dead on both sides, more on the Ukrainian than the Russian side. It is a brutal battle. Villages bombed out. I mean, it's actually miserable. And again, I don't think there's a lot of appetite for it from average people on the Russian side, but there is no chance with Putin in power they're going to abdicate. And I want to say something that is going to be a little bit unpopular. I looked into it as best I could. I am no military on the ground strategic expert here. I have no idea the day-to-day realities of this war. But from everything that I can understand, the tide has turned against Ukraine recently. Russia is currently winning the war in Ukraine. And a key part of it revolved around Avdiivka. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying this city right, but this was a major turning point in the recent part of the war where Ukraine was already losing ground, did a big like kind of stand at Avdiivka where they all took positions there. The enemy came from all sides. They had hellish conditions. Russia threw everything at it, and Russia won. They had to abdicate and flee in basically a full rout of the city. And so the days of like the Ukraine push, where they were kind of pushing back at Russia, seem to be over. Their days of manpower advantage seem to be over. And it seems like Russia's greater economy than Ukraine and greater manpower are wearing them down in a war of attrition. And a lot of Ukrainian lives are being lost. So I don't know the great answer to this, but I do tell you that it's like, this is an uncomfortable reality that I think countries are going to have to start to face as we figure out what to do about this war. Putin is not going anywhere, and it doesn't look like he's going to be losing on the ground. So he is ready for peace, but only on his terms, which is, I think, the West is not open to. There's talk from the Western side, the NATO alliance, about what they're going to do about this. Some, like Macron in France, recommend putting NATO boots on the ground, which I think nobody wants to see, as that's the beginning of possible World War III. And Russia keeps warning that if any non-Ukrainian troops enter the conflict, they are going to escalate to nuclear war. This is 5 days ago. This is 5 days ago. So again, we're entering into a very interesting time where it feels like there's a real chance that Ukraine could be in a very untenable position by the end of the year, is what I'm trying to say. That they are losing ground relatively rapidly and not making any progress. And so I don't know how NATO saves face on this without escalating. And I don't know. I'm praying to God there is some sort of peace agreement. But I want people to be aware of this, because this is like, from as far as I can tell, the truth of the matter. Again, there's a lot of sources on this, some Russian leaning, some NATO leaning, but the general thing they both agree on is that this battle was disastrous for the Ukraine side.
when he says nuclear means tactical missiles or nuclear, it's a bluff, surely. Obviously, this is somewhat of a bluff, right? This is like what he's saber rattled on for a very long time. But like, it's something that has to be taken seriously. He has threatened to nuke constantly at the war. Exactly, he keeps threatening it constantly. But again, nobody wants to put troops in the battle and then test it. It's tough. It's a bluff you don't want to call. And then also, nobody on the NATO side. I mean, as an American, I don't want our troops being sent in a battle in the Ukraine. So it's like it's a real negative spot. It would have been great if the Ukrainian offensive had gone better, but it didn't. It didn't go well, and we have to deal with this reality, and Putin's not going anywhere. And a thing that he can count on, and he can wait on, and that's one of the big key theme of the Ukraine war, as I understand it for this year, is that the Ukrainian side is kind of stalling out, and both sides are stalling out for the U.S. election, because there's a real chance that Trump wins the election and doesn't want to fund this at all anymore. So it's like, that is a big question mark of this year's situation, is that, you know, of the two, Biden and Trump, only one wants to keep this going. And so that is the big question. And Putin is going to remain in power for the entire time. He has shown the willingness to wait it out. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but I do want you guys to be more informed that it's not going as well, I think, as like you may have been led to believe. And I am less and less confident there's going to be like a positive, just a victory outcome for the Ukrainian side. So who is happy? Again, that's pretty downer. Who is happy about Putin getting 6 more years? Well, there's one guy, Xi Jinping, doing shots with him. China is happy about Putin locking in 6 more years as the ruler of Russia. And that is for a lot of reasons. He called him after his reelection and said, your reelection fully reflected the support of the Russian people. China will promote the sustained and in-depth development of the two-country strategic partnership. Basically, what Xi Jinping is very happy about is that because Putin has pissed off Europe and no longer can sell them natural gas and oil, all of it goes to China. This is why he is very happy. All of Russia's extensive oil and natural gas exports can just go, can be sent cheaply over to China. And they've hooked up to that. And it's great for him. So big win. We will be following up on all of this, but so far, not incredible news coming out of the war in Ukraine and Russia. However, some very funny news did come out of somewhere a little closer to home, and that is the jail that SPF is staying in. Now, SPF is going to get a win from me for creative thinking. Creative thinking. Now, you might know Sam Bankman-Fried. He was put in jail very recently for supporting TSM. That was his major crime, nothing else, nothing for stealing customer funds. And now he sits in jail, arguing for his release and arguing that he could make his customers whole for FTX. But what recently came out is really hilarious, which is during the court proceedings, they found a Google Doc of all of his ideas on how to get people to like him and turn his public image around before he went to jail. This is a Google Doc of the ideas. Now, a lot of these are pretty funny. The first one is just blame the lawyers. Blame the lawyers, throw them under the bus, say that it was all the lawyers' fault, which is kind of what he did. Again, this doc is from back in the day. He said, at number 15, way down the list, is try radical honesty. It's crazy to have 14 ideas before just tell the truth is on there. Tell the truth, include the details. He said, blame it all on Binance. Come out with a strong anti-Binance message. And, you know, if you click into that, it's more about how, like, Binance was the real problem. FTX isn't the problem. And then probably the funniest one is that he should go on Tucker Carlson, come out as Republican, and come out against the woke agenda. No, this is not fake. This is really from the court proceedings against Sam Bankman-Fried. They found this doc. Go on Matt Levine and lead the arguments. These are all his plans. His last one, send out a Twitter poll and just ask people what to do.
Dude was really throwing it all at the wall to see what sticks. At the end of the day, none of this worked, and he ended up in jail. But it was fun to see this plan. Another win in the world of scamming goes in the world of high-end, expensive wines, which I'm sure all my chatters know a lot about. High-end wines. Well, there's a guy right here. The $9.5 million hangover. About this guy, I think his first name is Amir. I want to make sure it's right. Amir Khan. Make sure I got it correct. Omar Khan. I'm sorry. Omar Khan. So again, the classic scam in the wine world is that you take a very expensive bottle of wine and you replace the interior with cheap wine and you sell that at a massive markup. That's the classic scam. Very easy, okay? You lie about the quality of the wine. Some rich person buys it. They can't taste the difference. Easy, normal. This guy had a much more classy and sophisticated scam. He would charge rich people to drink wine with him because of how good his storytelling and guestmanship was. He would organize elaborate and expensive wine parties and invite a bunch of rich people, and you had to pay thousands of dollars to attend, and you would crack open a bottle of $100,000 wine. Everyone would drink it and talk and tell stories and have a good time. And you know, it's not really a scam. If you like the value of his company and you're rich enough, it's fine. I would drop anything to go to one of Omar's dinners. They were some of the most incredible Venus and culinary experiences I've ever had. Again, rich people were impressed. They loved it. He was very good. He was very charming. The only thing was, he could not afford these dinners that he was putting on. And what he was doing was he was getting outside investors to put up the money and promising them a cut of the profits. So people like this hedge fund manager, he said, hey, you were so good at the last dinner. Do you want to invest in the next one? And that guy gave him $5 million to set up more of these dinner parties. Pierre Lurton, Leslie Kahn, people from all over would offer him millions of dollars to set up these parties. And he would lie to them, fly to different countries, and keep it going until eventually, well, again, this scheme went on for a very long time because, as it turns out, rich people, if they get scammed, don't want to talk about it. The way his scam worked was he would say, give me, a few million. I set up the thing. I'll give you the cuts. And then he wouldn't give them the money. And if they talk about it, they seem like fools. Again, there was like a rich CEO who had like $100 million IPO coming up. And he's like, if I appear in the news for being scammed by a wine guy, that's going to fuck my IPO up and I'll lose way more money than I lost on him. So this guy just basically preyed on rich people, took a bunch of money from them. And then finally some rich person lost enough money. They asked about it and they brought up the scheme. And now he has been arrested and fined 9.5 million pounds. Dollars, I'm sorry, for scamming them. One thing I want to say about his backstory, though, that I thought was really funny, is he, during his time at Oxford, would tell stories to friends and family. Again, from a young age, he was a storyteller. He would tell stories about how he would confound professors during lectures, how he was so smart and how he was so smart he made the professors look stupid. And then finally at graduation, the grades were released and he was bottom of the class. At which point he disappeared. So he's been scamming from an early age. The bro's been scamming. So I have to give him a dub here because while I am not normally in support of scammers, read SBF, I think this guy scammed only egotistical rich people on wine parties. And I just can't get worked up for that. I just can't get mad at him for that. Everyone involved was overwhelmingly rich and drank $100,000 wine. So this guy made it work despite bad grades and a love of drinking. That's why I give him a dub. Speaking of someone else who's getting untold amounts of dubs lately, let's give it up to Jensen Huang, my former boss. Editor, put in the clip of Jensen Huang saying, and now next, my good friend Brandon from the 3080 reveal. Put that clip in there. When I did my little presentation. Jensen Huang had a presentation today.
at GTC. I would love to show you a quick clip from it because it's very funny. And it reminds me of my time working there. Let's see.
Welcome to GTC. I hope you realize this is not a concert.
That's the main thing I wanted to show, which is that this was a much bigger crowd than he usually has. With the rise of NVIDIA stock to all-time highs, people have become NVIDIA fans in ways they weren't before. And this conference is 2 hours of him yapping about science and microchips. And like, a lot of people were here cheering and hoping it would be like all cool. This reminds me, we held something similar in Germany around Gamescom. We held a big announcement speech. And again, he doesn't use notes for his speeches. He just goes up and rips it. He doesn't have a script. I mean, he has notes, but no script. And we put him up on stage in front of like 200 gamers and streamers that we had flown in. And he yapped about like the details of RTX technology for 90 minutes to 2 hours. And they were literally falling asleep at their tables. Like they thought it would be all games announcements and like fun things. He did that for like 5 minutes and then like went into details on how light refracts off of, and it was like they were actually putting their head down on the table and sleeping. So a similar thing was possibly about to happen here at GTC, where he said, hey, this is not a concert.
You have arrived at a developers conference. There will be a lot of science described.
Anyway, he went into it. Guy knows his stuff, and they announced a lot of things. The one that is important to you and to the market was this. The Blackwell platform for trillion parameter scale generative AI. The sequel to the H100. They've been selling like hotcakes for 50 grand a pop. They now have the B200 on the Blackwell design. And that is going to be their new flagship AI chip that is going to go into ideally the servers of Meta and Google and Amazon and all big tech companies and sell for, tons and tons of money, massive markup to AI companies all over the world. Assuming this continues what worked with the H100, it will be very profitable for NVIDIA and is their plan to maintain dominance and a lead in the AI chip marketplace. And so far, so good. However, what I found so interesting, despite this big announcement, is that it was so priced in. The market did not respond to all of these announcements today. There wasn't a big surge. It was just flat over the whole day, which, gives a slight indication that perhaps we are near, the speculation, the greed, the hyping up of everything leading into this has gotten to the point where there's no additional bump. Was it after hours? And this is already after. I think it was yesterday. So it would be right here. Perhaps we'll see. I mean, there's a few more days for this to sink in, for the implications to sink in. But it was an interesting takeaway. Now, that being said, there is still no challenger. Again, there's some rumors coming out of like the Middle East that some Middle Eastern countries have agreed to start funding OpenAI to build their own chips as a competitor to NVIDIA. But there's no real competitor as we speak to making this level of AI technology that NVIDIA is doing. So interesting. We'll follow up and see how it goes. Speaking of big money, there's another person you may know who's as much of a rock star as Jensen Huang. His name is Jimmy Beast. And he has made major news this week with a major win. Money-wise. Now, we all know Jimmy Beast makes a gazillion dollars off of selling chocolate to kids and putting out 100 million view videos every single day.
But what you don't know is that he just signed a $100 million deal with Amazon Prime to make his first TV show. He is now going to be creating The Beast Games, a $5 million game show that is being funded for $100 million. That's going to go live in 236 countries at once on Amazon Prime. A pretty insane deal in the creator economy that nobody else has come close to. In the entire history of the creator economy, no creators have done this. It is expected to be bigger than Netflix's version of Squid Game. He literally went from copying Netflix's Squid Game for a YouTube video to beating their actual Squid Game with his own game show. It's actually fucking insane. So, you know, it remains to be seen how this will do. But if this takes off, it could lead to a flurry of contracts for big creators to create content for platforms like Netflix, Prime, etc. Basically, looking at shit that has already proved product market fit on YouTube, giving them money and saying, make it for us as a show. It will be interesting to see, but it remains to be seen. On the negative side, on the fail, I want to do a small discussion of the last days of the Boeing whistleblower, which is an article that came out that I thought was very powerful. And I don't want to go too deeply into it, but it's pretty tragic and definitely confirms to me that there was some sort of, at least a strong implication of foul play. They did some real deep dive into his last days and what got him here. To give a little background, his name's, I believe, John Barnett. I don't remember his first name, but John Barnett. And he had been a worker at Boeing for decades and made many complaints as to the quality of the work being done, the lack of safety procedures. And what he would do is he would write all this stuff down. He was very meticulous about writing down these process violations. And his managers reprimanded him for that. They wanted to not document it. Do not put your problems in writing, which again would make them give them a legal challenge, which is very fucking grim. This caused him, stress, panic attacks, problems. They isolated him. So they took him off his job that he loved and put him away from other workers in like the back of the factory, doing the most menial tasks. They tried everything to like not, to punish him in ways that would show up legally. And finally, when he realized that all of his complaints were going nowhere and getting filed in the trash can, he finally put in an official whistleblower complaint. And that's where he did his official testimony. So after all of this time, he did an official testimony the day before his death. And he did 4 hours of testifying, 4 hours of questioning, following 7 hours of cross-examination by Boeing's lawyers. So on Thursday, he did 7 hours of cross-examination, then 4 hours of questioning on Friday. He was doing all of his questionings. He was happy to be telling his side of the story, excited to be fielding questions, doing a great job. And the guy's saying, this is the best witness I've ever seen. Okay? He's reciting the details of incidents from a decade ago with specific dates without looking at documents. I know these documents inside and out. I've had to live it. So the guy's absolutely Giga Chad. He's crushing. He's the perfect witness to show Boeing's crimes. And he is due to do follow-up testimony. Again, he's not done with his testimony. Boeing's lawyers demand, instead of him driving home for the weekend like he planned to and continuing testimony in 2 weeks, that he finishes the testimony and stay for an extra day. That extra day, when they're calling him to show up for that testimony, they find out he's dead. Now that is fucking suspicious. That is very fucking suspicious. A man who had the day before been excited and doing excellent job testimony shows up dead the next day after being detained by Boeing's lawyer's request. It's very suspicious. And again, there is the direct quote from the ABC News report that he told a friend, "I am not suicidal." So all of this adds up to me be thinking it's not much of a conspiracy theory to say that this guy, there is something foul afoot in his death, especially during an active testimony. That really messes me up. And I did like this, which was the Always Sunny comparison, because if a Boeing employee wants to whistleblow, they obviously can. But the thing is, they're not going to blow the whistle. They would never blow the whistle because of the implication. And, this is funny as a joke, but in reality, I hope that they're doing their best to investigate this. I hope this is not swept under the rug, because it does seem like an open crime if companies can commit egregious safety violations and then have whistleblowers killed. Even the implication that they have it killed is fucking insane. That's like mafia. That's mafia level, not corporate level. So I really hope we get some progress and some justice in this with the level of Boeing's involvement. Now, in happier or sadder news, this is a win or a fail, depending on who you are. So I'll ask you this. You guys decide if the next one's a win or a fail. You know self-checkout machines, right? You're aware of self-checkout machines? You go to a store like Target or Walmart or whatever, and you can check out by yourself. Well, they exist for one reason, which is that companies, no matter what they say, created these so they could fire people. They would like to get rid of some of their employees, reduce staffing, and so they have self-checkout machines. That was the reason. Well, it turns out that they're also very, very good for casual theft. It turns out every one of these companies has tested and looked into it and now realized that people like to use these to steal, to double count bananas and forget to scan one or two things. And, the casual theft of it has added up to the point where now all of these companies, Target, Walmart, etc., are rolling back basically all of their self-checkout plans. That we're going back to having human cashiers because they don't know how to handle this with the self-checkout system. So at the very least, it's more people hired. I don't know if this is a win or a fail if you really loved stealing. Or if you like not talking to people. I don't know. But big report came out that, basically all of them considered an experiment that didn't work. And they are trying to roll back on it. Speaking of things that don't work, let's talk about Apple. Now, I mentioned in a previous Marketing Monday that Apple is going through some tougher times. Their China problems are piling up. Basically, the iPhone sales are dropping in China, which is a big market for them. The Apple Vision Pro is not exactly out of the gate a hit. They haven't had any major innovations. They canceled their $10 billion Apple car. They don't have anything big coming out. And so they've been banking on AI. There was this big idea that Apple was going to announce something to do with AI. But now it is seeming like Apple is not even close to ready to having anything actually cool to say about AI. So they announced very recently, a few days ago, that they're just basically partnering with Google to take whatever Google has and put it on their phones. They're putting Google's Gemini on Apple phones as early as June or July to get something AI related onto Apple phones as soon as possible. Welcome to the Gemini era. Now, this is not great news for Apple, the fact that they don't have anything ready, but it is great news for Google, which needed a win in the AI space and could lead to their victory. Again, one of the main things that keeps Google search so dominant is that they pay a few $1 billion a year to be the only search platform or the default search platform on Apple iPhones. And if they get to the point where their AI is now default for Apple, this could really cut OpenAI and Microsoft out of the picture again. So decent news for Google. I don't know how it's all going to play out, but it was positive in the stock, a little bit for Apple, very much for Google, who needed a win. And of course, as always, anything that has AI in it is good for NVIDIA. Anytime anyone says AI for any company, the real winner is NVIDIA, who always goes up. So interesting day, very interesting day, but does throw a wrench into Microsoft's plans that Google finally got a dub in this space. Now, I want to go back to this one question. Apple's China problems are piling up. And the only thing that brings me to say is what the hell is going on in China? What's up, Beijing is back, and today's top story out of China concerns tourism. Basically, China has a problem. The airports are empty because people don't want to go there. This is the major problem of this week's discussion about China. I want to go there. I'm trying to go this year. But people don't want to go there. And people don't want to stay there. The number of expats living in China from South Korea, Japan, UK, and France has dropped. All 4 countries, it has dropped between 2019 and 2023. People don't want to go there, and they don't seem to want to stay there from non-Chinese countries. And so the main plan is for Xi Jinping to smile and go on a charm offensive. Xi Jinping, look at this Riz, dude. This dude is going to win you back. He's going to flirt. He's going to smile. He's going to backslap. And he is going to win the world back to coming to visit China. China turns on the charm as for foreigners, but its allure has faded. Basically, there are a lot of plans now rolling out to try and get the tourism spend back into China, which has waned in recent years. But first, I want to say this. There's 2 sides to this coin. People not going to China as much is true, but also Chinese tourists aren't leaving China as much. And in fact, they're choosing more often to do domestic tourism, which is like a sky-high wave. People in China are having tourism all over China, different parts of China, like Americans visiting New York or something. They're visiting all over China. And that's spiking way back up. But, again, 474 million domestic tourist trips, up 34% year on year. Spending up. Internal tourism is doing great. But inbound tourism, other countries, is falling short of expectations. That is not doing so much. And so they're trying to turn that around. Now, there's already one cool reason to go, which is this Twitch clip I saw the other day of a dude walking his robot dog through Shanghai, I believe. I mean, you get to see the future if you go to China. This is one of the reasons I'm going, dude. I want to meet this.
Just follow them. Maybe we can find something good.
But their plans are to offer visa-free entry for citizens of France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, Malaysia. We've mentioned this before. They are opening up the ability to visa-free travel from a bunch of European countries and some Asian countries, which is easy. Not America, unfortunately, so I'm still going to have a problem, but you can travel very easily to China. Switzerland has unilateral visa-free treatment, backwards and forwards, so both increases their tourism and increases people going to China. Ireland, unilateral visa-free treatment, deepening bilateral ties. Singapore and China have a visa-free deal for up to 30 days. Thailand have visa-free. I mean, China is going country to country and basically signing deals to make tourism very, very easy for these countries to go back and forth, which is pretty cool. Also, they opened up this island, which is Hainan, which is basically the Hawaii of China, which is now visa-free travel for everyone. So if you don't want to go to mainland China and you only want to go to this island, you can't leave it. You can only go in and out. But if you only want to go, then even America can go visa-free. 59 countries can go visa-free, including the United States, can go to the Chinese Hawaii with basically no real check, drop in and stay for less than 30 days, which is pretty incredible. Now, you can't leave. You can't get into Hainan and then go this way. You have to just stay here, but still pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And they pledge further methods. So again, one thing that I've noticed as I've researched for a China trip is that as a foreigner, when you get to China, it's very hard to get set up on their payment apps they use for everything. They're making it easier. They're trying to make it easier. So they're doing some real, actual helpful things to make it easier for tourists. Upping transactions, making it easier to access. So is it cheap? Yes, it's cheap in the way that like their currency is pretty bad right now. So you can, actually it is cheap. Yeah, food and stuff, food and travel will be cheap in China if you're an American visiting. Like Japan, same as Japan. Japan is like an amazing time to visit right now because the fucking currency is bad. And they plan to expand more scope. So again, while the reasoning for this is obvious, without tourism spend and without foreign direct investment, it's hurting China's economy. And so Xi Jinping has knuckled down and said, okay, we're not going to be the tough guy right now, and we're going to be as open as possible to friendly visitors. But the fact that they're doing it is at least a good sign. It's a good sign of getting back towards more normal relations with the rest of the world instead of Fortress China, which is what they were during COVID. Hopefully. So fingers crossed. And also, one more good thing to come out of this is that you may know Panda Express as a pretty nasty fast food place that I don't really enjoy. I'm sorry if you love it. I like it in airports, I guess. You may know Panda Express, but there's also a real Panda Express that carries pandas back and forth between America and China. And the Panda Express is fired up, baby, because for the first time in decades, China is pledging a brand new pair of pandas back to America. The era of panda diplomacy, which we had just less than a year ago, where they were pulling all their pandas back, is over, and they are extending an olive branch to send a pair of pandas back to the United States. For the first time in 2 decades, the San Diego Zoo will receive Bai Yun and Gao Gao. The descendants of 2 of the former, of Bai Yun and Gao Gao, 2 of the zoo's former residents. So, pretty big deal. Hashtag good news. Pretty awesome. And hopefully a sign that tensions are softening a little bit, especially with all that's going on elsewhere in Ukraine and the Middle East. We don't need more pressure with China. Now, the last story didn't really fit in anywhere else, but it was so funny that I had to tell you. It's actually a little bit old. It's a few months old, but I never got it to you, and I thought it was very funny. So I'm going to show it to you. There is a beer brand in China called Tsingtao. This is the beer brand. They're like the 6th largest beer producer in the world. And they have a huge market in China and then also in neighboring countries like Japan and South Korea. Not too long ago, maybe a couple months ago, one of the workers of Tsingtao, let me see if I can find this video for you. One of the workers took a video of himself standing on the edge of one of the beer vats, walking over to it and pissing in the beer. This was an immediate marketing disaster. I cannot tell you how bad of a marketing disaster this was for this company. Sales, especially in South Korea, plummeted. People tried to return, distributors tried to return all the beer they could. They had to do many apologies and promises that was quarantined immediately and that nobody pisses in the beer. But of course, you know, the way the internet works, now there's a lot of jokes about it. Like the beer tastes like piss because there's piss in it. A lot of bad stuff. So, while this didn't really fit anywhere, I thought it was one of the ultimate marketing fails that happens in China. Could happen anywhere, but it was pretty funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, they did get one guide. One dude takes a piss. Now, the power of phones to really change a whole company's trajectory is underreported on. But that's the end of What's Up Beijing, and that's the end of today's Marketing Monday. Hope you enjoyed that recap of some business wins and fails from the past week, and tune in every week for even more. Thanks for watching. Oh, Redbook update. Wait, Redbook update. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we won't include this in the video, but I put my face on Chinese social media and asked them to roast me. And we did get some comments. I think Stefik is still translating all of them. A lot of them, unfortunately, were from people that did know who I was and could somehow speak Chinese. Because a lot of them were like, you know, eat less glizzies, glizzy boy. You know, things of that nature, which was not super helpful. But I did get some actual comments. I'm going to try and... Where did Stefik put it? In our Marketing Monday chat. Let me see if I can find it. they were ripping into me on some stuff. So I guess that's helpful. But the thing is, I heard, and what she told me is like, if you only come in and post once, it's seen as pretty disrespectful. Like you're just abusing it for clout or joke or whatever. So I have to follow up and actually have to do something they say. I'm hoping my mustache helps. I'm hoping my mustache helps, bro. I'm hoping I can fucking say that I've tried something. But okay, wait, one thing. Okay, I can't pull it up. Let me see if I can. Wait, maybe it's here. Little red book. Yes. Okay, I found it. No, I didn't. That's the old ones. Shit. What was it? Glow up. Atrioc. I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to pull it up for tomorrow's stream. But what I'll tell you is that I remember is people saying, hey, I don't think that's legitimately what it said. It said, hey, I can't tell if you're actually short or not, but that angle makes you look like I think they basically said a little person. The angle of my shot, they said I looked very short and you need to change that angle. And then they also said shit about my jeans being too baggy. They said some shit about how my hair's kind of greasy. They said some shit about how just shit, really going in. Oh, also like some real shit. Something that actually hit me. It was like, hey, you need to sleep more. Your eyes have dark circles under them. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I guess I do, bro. Fucking him. Ouch. So they were going in. They were doing some real shit. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do the best I can and see if I can do a follow-up photo after a couple weeks of keeping it. Fingers crossed. We're working on it. By the way, today, okay, in less than 10 minutes, we are going to watch the first episode of House Season 7 after an amazing cliffhanger. But I'll answer any more questions and talk about anything. Again, I think I didn't get to fully cover all the stuff that I went into for Ukraine because I didn't have slides for all of it, so I glossed over it. But would love to have a deeper talk on it. I think it's spooky. It's spooky because I didn't see a lot of evidence that there was a lot of positive news from Ukraine on the Ukraine side. How does Google Gemini affect Apple's stance on privacy? It's a great question. I don't know if they haven't answered it yet. I think Apple is just kind of on the low, but low-key, high-key. They're desperate to get AI into their phone. They need AI stuff in their phone now. The stock market demands it. They've been kind of caught flat-footed, it seems, on AI. And they're promising this big AI reveal they've been cooking up, but it's clearly not ready. So they need something. I did see Japan is ending negative interest rates, though it's so far extremely small movements. I do love that Japan is now basically getting open inflation, and it's still pretending that it's a good thing. Japan loves to say finally we're out of the long period of deflation. We've won the war on deflation. It's like, no, it's starting to get bad. A lot of unions are winning these huge wage increases that the companies can't keep up with. Aren't they increasing the interest rates? Yes, but very, very, they're going from negative to 0.1 positive. They're not, it's very, 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 very low interest rates. They're still a money printing government in extreme debt. Japan's in a very weird spot. For the Boeing thing, do you think the witness being the best witness ever seems kind of odd? I think what he was saying was this is an old guy that knows his shit that didn't seem like he was forgetful. If the witness is I don't remember, this guy was on his game, knew what he wanted to say, memorized the documents, like had dates and names and memorized. That's like he was a good witness because he's like, you know, giving reliable, direct answers to questions. And that's why it's frustrating that he dies without completing his testimony. Why is everyone so misinformed about this? He wasn't whistleblowing about any recent stuff. His whistleblower case was 7 years ago. No. Yes, it's been dragging on. He was testifying right now when he died. It's about a case that is old. It's about not the plane that's getting all the mistakes, but it's about Boeing violating safety protocol at their plants, and about him being punished for whistleblowing on it, for basically complaining. And that is relevant. That is extremely relevant right now. It is not like it's over. It's like extremely relevant right now as Boeing is facing massive PR crisis. And a guy who is extremely informed and worked there and was willing to testify on the record and do 7-hour deposition days is like very negative for Boeing. So I think that is a incorrect assessment of it. I do think some people think it's about the plane that is getting the max. It's not about that. He worked at a different plant, but it's not really relevant. It's about the culture of Boeing, which is bad. Why does Apple care about the value of their company if they're not selling? That's every company is always trying to raise their stock value. That's how they basically how they return money to investors modern days. They're not selling the whole company to do that. And again, there's many ways that this helps your company to be more valuable. Not only like that's the core goal of everyone that bought in, all the investors that bought the shares want to see it go up and they own the company and want to see their value increase, but also that like you pay people in stock. People are getting stock RSUs as like part of their payments. So they want the value to go up because it means their payment goes up. Like everyone involved wants the stock to go up. Doesn't mean they're selling it. Did you hear about the easy anti-cheat Apex hats? No, I didn't. I don't know anything about that. If you could make a show for a major network, what would you do? I don't know. I would love to. I think Marketing Monday could be fun with a bit more of a budget and like a set. And I could pay Dr. Battle to do a battle report every week. What's the Apex thing? Is there a clip? Someone give me a clip. I'll watch it. What's this?
I'm getting hacked.
Apex Legends pro Gen Burton had his account hacked in the middle of ALGS. Never seen anything like this. What the fuck?
I'm getting hacked. But
I know, sure. Can you play the game?
Bro, I'm getting hacked.
I know, but can you play?
Yeah, but it's cheating. The fuck?
I know, sure. I know.
Like what?
Bro, his teammate is being very unsupportive. Yeah, but can you play though? Like he's like, I'm getting hacked. Yeah, all right, cool. Can you get playing?
No, but is it fucking up your game?
Yes, I can see everyone. Like I'm.
You need to leave.
I didn't leave the game, right? Yeah, I'm leaving. Like what the?
Admin's now. Nick, admin's now.
I left. Like.
Admin's now. Restart your game. Rejoin.
Okay. Forgive me if I'm overstepping here. Is this him getting caught hacking, or was he actually live hacked and they put hacks on his screen?
No, you left the match. Did you close your game? Leave the match.
I left.
Jen,
I had to leave.
Did you leave the match?
I have to. Yes, I have to. Yes,
You
I have to. I have to leave. I left.
Like, bro.
Fine, we win this. Come on.
So you got that, boys.
You
Come on.
gotta Alt F4 and see if it fixed, bro. We need kills. We need kills.
It's fine. So you got that.
It wasn't just him.
Break the wall. They're fucking dying.
That's
Manny,
crazy.
Kill Sykes.
So they can just. What, isn't this on a LAN or is this online? Same tournament, other pros. The hacker used webhook to literally install hack through servers. This is an online tournament. Okay, wow. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. But also, okay. I feel like there shouldn't be legitimately fully compromised. Damn, that's crazy. So can they, does that mean they have like root access to his machine? Can they use this to get non-gaming information off his computer? Can they get his bank info or some shit through? That's crazy. That's crazy. Wouldn't it depend on the hack? Okay, well, I was gonna, guys, I'm sorry to inform you that I was gonna play Apex Legends 8 hours a day all week. It was gonna be Atrioc's Apex week. But now I guess I'm gonna have to cancel it. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. Hackers ruined it again. It was gonna be the grind session. I was gonna grind to Immortal God rank. The one you didn't even know about. And now it's been ruined. The Apex-a-thon has been canceled. Fucking disaster, dude. Predator? Yeah, Predator rank. Sorry. Really unfortunate. What if they fix it all tomorrow? No, I couldn't trust it. I couldn't trust it. Before anyone slanders Genburton, he's won 3 Apex championships at LAN. No one with a brain thinks he's actually cheating. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's not him, which is cool. Oh, because that would suck, right? If a goat got exposed for cheating. Anyway, I thought this. Hey, Atrioc, I'd love to know your opinion on George-ism. I don't know. After the game, they ran virus scans on their PCs and they had virus. I'm talking about this. Battle Report live audience would go hard. Yeah, Battle Report with a live. You just Dr. Battle on stage. Thoughts on the Kate Middleton situation? I'm afraid I'm not well informed. My understanding is that people think she's actually dead and they're faking it. But more realistically, she's probably not. Right? I feel like if we had to guess, I feel like realistically, she's not dead. Like they saw her shopping apparently. She decided to live on an Atrioc's chat. I mean, yeah, there could be a million reasons she's not doing. Like, she could have had, I don't know, surgery. She could have had, she could have a huge pimple and doesn't, whatever. She's a very photographed person, right? Maybe she just doesn't want to go out in public right now. I don't know. She did have surgery? Well, then there you go. The deep royalty state. No, the deep royalty state. I'm not getting paid by fucking Prince Philip, okay? I do it for free because we have the same kind of fingers. Prince Charles, I mean. I'm sorry. Also, he might be dead. Yeah, you know what? They're all dead. All right? The truth comes out. I'm going to reveal it. I can't keep up this lie anymore. Charles is dead. Kate is dead. The whole royal family is fucking ghosts, dude. They've been dead for decades, and they inhabit bodies like ghouls to try and keep up appearances. And I'll be the one to reveal it. Now my house is in trouble. Boeing send their regards. Oh, and I have a Boeing flight tomorrow. A round trip Boeing flight. Wait, actually, I'm going to check. I do have a flight coming up. I'm going to find out right now if my flight is on. The one I'm taking with Aiden. I hate flying with Aiden because I don't like turbulence. Kind of spooks me. And he, like, makes fun of me for it. He's like, turbulence is stupid to be scared of. Like, there's no... Planes never come out during turbulence. And it's like, bro, we're in a 737 MAX. All right. Flight. My flight. Where's my flight? When is 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 my flight? My flight is on a Airbus. Oh, thank God it's on Airbus. Mwah! Europeans, I can kiss you. Oh, perfect. I'm safe. Yes. Yes, dude. We're taking the bus, baby. Last minute 737 MAX swap. Day of, they switch us to the fucking... We got a brand new Boeing right off the line. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to run an ad and go get some snacks and drinks, and we're going to watch Season 7, Episode 1 of House, which left on a cliffhanger where he kissed Cuddy. Shocker. We're going to find out what's going on in House MD. Season 7, Episode 1. Brand new season if you want to jump in. Pretty good time. I'm going to play VOD Frog. Thank you for the support. Thanks for the subs today. Let's play VOD Frog. Let's play the ad. And I'll be right back. Don't know when I'll be back again. Hello, 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 hello. That was fun. That was fun. That was a good time. I don't know if any of you watched the Hitman video today, but it's doing pretty well. I think the editing was phenomenal from Eric the Pooh. I just thought that was a really good Hitman horse because all the runs were so creative. Like, whenever I watched it, I forgot how good that one was. Bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum. All right. Now it's time to... It's time to pull open House. House MD. Season 7. We are nearing the end of House. Season 7, episode 1 is entitled Now What? And is apparently about the beginning of House and Cuddy's relationship. Which is crazy, because they've been will they, won't they, definitely they won't, for 6 seasons. And then out of the blue, after they said the meanest possible shit to each other during a crane collapse tragedy, she just comes over and makes out with him. Number 1 song. The number 1 song when this episode aired. Oh my God, we are now getting into... God, I must be old because that doesn't feel that long ago. I'm like, Teenage Dream. That's like not. That's not that. That's not Household. Wow. 2010. September 19, 2010. Number 1 movie. That's the number 1 song. The number 1 movie is The Expendables. No, it's Easy A and The Town. One of the two. Easy A with Emma Stone and The Town with Ben Affleck. Those are the number 1 movies of when this came out. The Town's pretty good. Easy A's pretty good. They're both pretty good. They're not like insane, but I think both those movies are fun. Is Easy A your biopic? Are you trying to say I'm easy? Dating the same woman for a decade, bro. I'm not easy, bro. Don't fucking act like I'm... Let me grab my food, and then we start this episode. One second. Wow. Unnamed meal delivery service. So great and so unnamed until I sign any sort of deal. Unnamed meal delivery. You can't beat it. You can't name it. What is that green stuff? You mean broccoli? Shout out to unnamed service. You know what a broccoli is? Liberal. I'm not a liberal because I eat broccoli, bro. Don't call me the Brock Goblin either. None of your names are appropriate. Okay. Enough dilly-dallying. Enough fucking around. Dude. Let's watch this episode. I'm trying to... quick recap, okay? Last episode... Actually, they're probably going to open with a recap. I gotta imagine. Broccoli is the wokest vegetable. Everyone knows that. Oh my God. I feel myself getting more woke every bite. Oh no. Oh no.